I have something here. A little bit of a something. All right, we're on. I got the coffee. All right. Shall we jump into? Oh, news. Here we go. Patek 5711 Greendale sold on auction. Guess how much for? Antiquities. 5711. I don't think you even know this, Ryan. 376,000 USD. If something screams strategy, it's getting ridiculous. Yeah. It's a FOMO, Stockholm syndrome. It's everything you name it. It's every kind of psychology is being played. The kings, they know what they're doing. $35,000 factory sealed olive green Patek Philippe sells for 376,000 US dollars. That's interesting. Yeah, look, I don't know. There's all this speculation about all of these guys, and it is getting ridiculous. Do you know what's sad? It's sad that, you know, people that can actually afford it, people that can actually get it. To me, it's quite apparent. Like, we call the timepiece gentleman rubbish, right? I'm calling this one out, and I'm very careful with what I say. This is all speculation and all ideas, all legal disclaimers coming up now. You guys get what I'm hinting at, right? I think that this is ridiculous. Like, yeah, it's good. Look, you can't say that what they're doing is wrong. I've got another speculative comment to make, and I think it's to do with the property market around the world. I think that's also victim to these psychological tricks, and you know, a few years from now, I think they will write about all of these tools. For example, you know, getting a property, getting a house. A lot of properties all around the world, they don't list prices anymore. They say they create the idea that there's so much demand that they don't even list the prices. Did you know that? You go to the real estate sites all around the world and they won't list the prices anymore. The FOMO principle is so crazy, because you've got people that have grown up hearing the whole life properties going up, and then they're at a stage where maybe they can, you know, maybe they're looking at deciding between they rent or buy, and then they go and they start looking into the market, and then they realize that, oh my God, like, they're saying that the properties are, you know, they're not listing the price anymore, sold without a price, or all of these weird tactics that were never around years ago, right? This is the thing, when you look at Patek, you look at other watch brands, you look at property markets, you look at cars, these strategies and these ideas, they drive value, you know, they drive the perception of value. So look, we're talking about this stuff because it's relevant. It's relevant to us as a brand. It's relevant to you guys if you're interested. If you're not interested, then don't watch, you know, it's simple as that. But the whole point of these lives is to go a bit deeper into other things. Like, we're not like the other brands where we'll sit around and we'll tell you, hey guys, guess what? We've just launched a new dial color. Enjoy. You know, we've crafted this. You know, we took many decades to get to this quality, and we've crafted this green dial. And it's getting absolutely ridiculous. Like, you're trying to tell me that the Swiss are the best. I mean, they are pretty good. When you've got Asia pumping out satellites, you can't sit there and tell me that, you know, do you know what I mean? So our brand is about getting real. Like, okay, look, Swiss are pretty good at what they do, and we have done something with the Swiss. We've sold our soul to the devil. We've done it. This is our own movement. This is the Aventi GT01S. Our movement, our first movement, basically, right? It's got beveled edges, polished and beveled edges, right? The holes are sunk, polished around. The pelage, fish scale finishing, all front, back. Titanium 105 hours reserve, single barrel, 2000 Gauss magnetic resistant, 5000 G shock resistant, all angles. We're looking at COSC certification for our next pieces. Anyway, point is, we've gone on a few little tangents here. FOMO, look, it's a strategy that's being used by the best. We will use it, and I'm being transparent about it. As much as I'm a victim and I hate it, because we're collectors, you and me, Ryan. Look, with us, there's rules to our games, and the people who have supported us from day dot, the people who really have been part of our family, part of the journey, you guys are going to be rewarded for a long time, right? So you guys are part of it, right? We're quite transparent here, we're quite honest and open on these lives, but when you're in our business, when you're in the company and you hear what we're doing, what we're planning, if you gave me the choice between dealing with Asia, China, Hong Kong, or whatever, or dealing with Switzerland, I would every single time go Asia. Every single day of the week. I got this bottle made. I got a perfume company as well. A project. I won't show the name, but have a look at this. This is an incredible crystal bottle, right? This is a sample. This is crystal, right? This is solid crystal, incredible quality, absolutely insane. Everything is perfectly lined up, right? I spent almost 2 months in France looking for a crystal maker to make this something for us, right? 2 months back and forth with all these different. It took me 1 day with our contacts in Asia, right? 1 day, and this was in production. 2 weeks later, I'm holding it in my hand. So it's like the world's factory is in Asia. It's as simple as that, and they work, And so look, our brand, if you're watching this and you're watching us going, what are you guys talking about? You're not Aventi. What are you talking about? Suppliers and distribution, blabbing on. The point I'm trying to make is that what we produce, what we create, is based on what we think is value, right? So if we're going to make something, and if our current movements they're basically, they're Hong Kong based, right? PTS resources, the movement, we've improved the off-the-shelf movement, working directly with the factories, right? And so what we want to do is we want to take what we've learned through what we've built from nothing. We launched in a pandemic. We launched in a time where, Patek sold 2 watches during the pandemic. We launched our entire business, and that's why we're here today. Strictly watch. You want to leave, mate? Are you having fun leaving these comments? You just want a reaction from us? Huh? What do you got to say? Anyway.
Well, one good thing too, if someone's new that's inquiring about Aventi, or someone that hasn't had a chance to book a meetings, because we were booked out for probably the last 6 months there pretty heavily, and we still have a high influx now, but we've opened up a few more meeting slots, guys. So if you do check the website, there are a few meeting slots available now. I'm not sure what the time frame's looking like now. I know we had a lot in the last few days booked, but if you guys want to get a one-to-one meeting booked, 30-minute time slot, you can have a look what's available over the coming weeks or months and try and book in with sometimes you might get myself, sometimes you have a few other guys in the concierge team. We've been hiring a few more people as well, so yeah, feel free to get on there and check it out. The A11, the producer Michael has been loving his special edition A11. That's the new one with the black dial, so the DLC black dial. That's the hot one right now that everyone's requesting. A few watches are already allocated and sold out for the year, guys. You'd have to check in which ones you're interested in, but a few of them are already sold out and allocated for the year. We're already in next year's allocations, so feel free, reach out, and we're happy to help.
I'm reading some of the questions as well. We've got suggestions with different materials and all of these things, right? So just to explain a bit more about our brand, right? We make crazy material. This is Ruby, right? This is Ruby. You guys may have seen the sneak peek. Ryan's got the royal blue sapphire. These are tried and tested materials which we see that can last for a long time. We've discontinued the royal blue sapphire. The ruby is available by request, and that's part of the games. I have to approve Evan eco-friendly watches. I don't
even get a
so.
ruby, guys. That's how hard it is. I don't even get a ruby. I asked him the other day, I said, look, I'm going to order one of these for myself. He said, no, you're not.
Ryan, I was like, Ryan,
I'm just going to do it in the back end anyway.
And you're going to sell it to someone for a high price and keep the profits. Okay, so if people...
I want to keep... I haven't sold any watches.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to keep.
So Ryan's a hustler. Like, if you don't know Ryan yet, Ryan gets what other people can't get. When a door says no entry, Ryan goes through that door. That's Ryan, okay? And so I've known Ryan for many years, and I know what his little schemes and what his little ideas are all about. So, I mean, look, it's what he's trying to say is, the ruby is look, it's the price. It's not the price, right? It's the price. What is the price? It's roughly around $14,000 US. Okay, it's not about the price. Like, you see a $30,000 green dial Nautilus sell for 300 and something odd, right? So someone's asked about the sapphire skull. I usually have on my desk. I think I've misplaced it.
Someone said there's a few soccer players wearing them soon too. Yeah, we've had a few football players in Europe. We've had some rappers in America, some other singers, not just rap stars. We've had some Latin artists too. Kevin O'Leary's been waving it around. We've had a lot of people say they've been seeing Kevin O'Leary wear the watch. And he's actually told us, he's wearing it on the upcoming Shark Tank. He said he loves it. He's going to wear it on Shark Tank. So that was pretty cool. We used to watch these shows back in the day, and now we just chat to the guys like they're our mates, and they're like, our fans love the piece. I always get asked about my watch. I'm going to take it on Shark Tank. I'm like, what? We didn't even have to go on Shark Tank. And we're there. Look,
I think what we've done, what we're building is very different from everyone else. Like, the thing is, look, I'll be the first to admit our watches, when you're looking at watches from a market perspective, you're looking at them from, like, say, Swiss watches or pure, like a pure purist, a watch purist perspective, and you could find certain points about the watches and the product that won't align with the definition of a watch purist. For example, our methodology of value is different to what a purist is, because these guys are happy to pay for a steel watch $30,000 for something that is a fraction of that price to produce, even by standards of living costs and overheads in Switzerland. They're happy to pay that, which is quite silly in my opinion. And that's at the soul of our brand. But that doesn't mean that we're against that way of doing things in that sense. We just see that, Ryan and I, we're all about value. Ryan is more about value than me. I'm a bit crazy. I do crazy stuff, right? I'm like,
yes, you do.
You don't want to, we can talk about our little trips and things that we've had, helicopters and all sorts of stuff.
This was years ago, by the way, guys. This was long before Aventi.
Look, and this is like, it's no secret that I have a few other projects, and this is not the first, business. And
I didn't tell you this before. Going back on to some people that have ordered some watches, I've had some TV hosts and TV personalities reach out to. We had the guys from Top Gear reach out to us. I don't know if I told you about these guys too. Top Gear reached out to us. They wanted them for the show. And I've had a bunch of sports commentators from the Olympics suddenly reach out to us. Yeah, like tennis hosts and all other different sports. And they've been asking for them. So I don't know where they saw us, but they've all been coming in all of a sudden. Yeah. It's pretty cool. You're talking about trips, and I'm about value. You splurge a bit. You splurge a bit, right?
I have a bit of have a bit of fun, but the value component is important, because if you talk to smart guys are not stupid by definition of talking to smart guys. So look, logically, a person who's going to buy a $30,000 steel watch, he's not buying it because it's a $30,000 steel watch. He's buying it for a few reasons. One, it's an economic decision. Predominantly intelligent people make decisions from a logical mindset, predominantly, right? And there's a barrier up to maybe a few thousand. They will do things without the logical part kicking in, and after a certain threshold, logic starts to take over. They go, well, what am I actually getting for my money, right? So they'll go out and they'll spend a load of cash. They don't care because they'll make it back, right? But people who are spending 30,000 plus on watches, they're not spending it as just an impulse buy. There's a logical component. Is this value in it? The value that they get is not necessarily the value of purchasing the components separately. We can buy a ton of steel for the price of one watch. Get that into your head. A ton, 1,000 kilos or however many pounds for the same price you would pay for one watch. So it's not the individual components that they're paying for. They're paying for the perceived value of certain agreed upon resale value. So the investment opportunity there. That's the first thing. Second is the ego emotion. You need that to tap into the identity, right? So you want to reinforce who you are in the hierarchy of the world that you live in. So therefore you need to show the world this is your status. So the boost that they get is there, right? They're part of that club that no one else is invited to. Even if they have the money, you can't get in the club. That's the whole point of the club, right?
Someone just said Yu-Gi-Oh card. I haven't seen them in years.
Who? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yu-Gi-Oh card? I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah.
Going back in the day.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't even watch it. I was more a Pokemon, mate.
Right. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Dragon Ball Z,
Pokemon,
yeah, man.
Digimon.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're going back now.
So, I mean, all of these components. I mean, we're well aware of the strategies that all of these brands use, and part of us is that we started against everything. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a time where we need to employ some of these strategies, and we'll be transparent about it. However, as a reward for people that have supported us now and before, they're going to be part of the journey in a more special way. So you've fallen asleep, mate. Yeah, it's getting pretty late for you, hey?
No, that's something about it's like midnight where I am now.
I still haven't eaten
but
breakfast,
no, I'm stoked to offer our existing clients what we have coming out next.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Honestly, a game
Can I ask you a
changer.
question, Ryan? What else are you stoked about saying on the calls? I think you mentioned it yesterday to me.
Oh, yeah. No, this is an honest truth. So, look, guys, it's not all roses on our end, right? You can imagine what it's like. You run a company, you talk to people all around the world. People will dick you around, People will BS you. People will tell you all sorts of things to try and get a watch, right? They'll make up things, they'll drag you along or whatnot, whatever it is, right? We get guys, and look, we're all about, there's no pressure to buy a watch first and foremost. We're about spreading the knowledge, the passion for the brand, and if that then gets them talking to their friends, that's all we could ever expect. But some guys that just dragged it out so long, expected the world from us, give them everything, and then nothing comes to fruition. A lot of back and
right? Forth. I'm gonna, I'm keen. Get me an allocation.
They don't go through with an order. They come up with all the excuses under the sun. They say yes, send me, and we finally get them one. And this is holding an allocation from someone else, right? Because how our system works, when we send an allocation, the link is valid for 24 hours before it expires and goes to the next person in line. So when we give this to someone, we don't do it lightly, and it's holding up a watch that someone else who really wants it could be missing out. And so, when these guys and they expire and then they come back next week, I can't wait till we launch this next in-house Swiss tourbillon, Sapphire Skull, gonna blow people's minds. And when we tell these people that try to come back for it and say, sorry, mate, I'd love to offer it to you, but I don't have one for you. I just don't have one.
Yeah, well, that's
because
the
there's
rules of
going
the
to be
game.
yeah.
Should we talk about the travel ban? Should we? This is a little seed.
Yeah,
We've been on
so
the call for a while, so maybe you can talk about.
Yeah, well, we have systems set up in the back end, guys, right? So, and it's like how an AD would do it in their store, right? When someone comes in and is like, time waster or whatever, and just wants the world but doesn't ever give anything. So, we need to thank all our clients that have stuck with us since day one or have just come in on now and still supporting us. And this is why we're doing it. Hanu's big on that and creating value. And we want to keep this exclusive. So it only makes sense to offer it to Aventi clients first before we ever offer it to the general public. And it's going to be a good feeling telling these guys no. When we tell them no, when they had the chance, they could have been part of the family. And if they didn't believe us in the early days, when they see every single watch guy is going to be talking about us, when we launch this, all these guys are reaching out to us every week. Hey guys, when do you have the skull ready? When do you have the skull? We want to review it. We want to interview you guys. We want to do this. We want to do that. And we're holding off. But this is really going to make some waves in the industry, and we really want to stick by. That's why we picked the skull. We were talking about disrupting the industry, making waves, and then Instagram shut us down. This is what I mean, The Swiss don't want us to launch this.
Yeah, they
or the big brands don't want us to launch us.
Their lawyers, hey,
we are going to be making some waves, guys. So come end of the year when this is ready, every watch guy is going to be talking about this. So yeah.
I mean,
we're here to make waves.
We're on a certain date when our strategy is to pretty much pick a date that we're going to launch on and just absolutely smash it, And so we're going to do everything that we can to get the brands and the product that we're launching, this crazy thing.
Yeah, so at the moment, guys, we don't do any financing. So it is full payment only on these allocations. And yeah, Hanu, elaborate a bit on that, because we've had back and forth chats on this a lot, If
you need financing for it, it means that you're not ready yet. I don't want people to be stretching out. I don't want people taking loans out. I don't want people overextending. That part of, and that's me personally. I don't feel comfortable, like if someone is on the phone or someone's on a call or a meeting or whatever, and you, I was talking to Vincent about this. He was chatting to someone from Hong Kong actually who wanted to get it. Vincent said that he wasn't really in a position to get something straight away, and he wanted to maybe come back and get something. And he and I both discussed and said, look, it's better that that person waits, and we don't I don't want to push people. I don't want our brand is not about making sales. Obviously it's the goal of the company is to increase profits while maintaining brand value. That's the goal, right? However, one of the conditions for that is that our customers and our brand, the people that represent us, are comfortable, are enjoying. I don't want to sell. I don't want this to be contributing to a person's financial situation, right? So I want it to be someone's donating their firstborn or a kidney.
We've had a lot of crazy offers already, guys. We've had a lot of guys already I want to buy it already. I want to do deposits. And this is short-term thinking, guys. If we were short-term, we would have been in retailers by now. We would say, yeah, look, let's take every payment and order under the sun. This is long-term. This is longevity of the business, everything. And look, we've had back and forth chats with this even before we launched the event.
Oh, you were telling me to go read. I was like,
I used to be an advocate for it. Yeah, in the early days, no joke. I used to say, hey, look, let's offer this, let's offer that. And no, it's the script is changed. It doesn't make sense. My mind is clear now. We're on the steam train. We're on the steam train, and it's not stopping anytime soon. So we got guys. For example, we got our next 3 years of models being worked on for the next 3 years of launches. That's how far ahead we're thinking already right now. The next 3 years are already worked out,
and they are crazy. What we're working on is crazy. There's a quote I like to say, and this is from the campaign that's coming up. We are not made for those hiding behind the veil of incremental improvements. we are not made for those people. And so that's basically us saying, you know, all the other guys in the game, they've optimized for their profits too much, that, you know, we want to deliver an experience that is truly something special to like appreciate, rather than having something that's quite, you know, predictable, you know. So yeah, so look,
and doing that direct through us now is three main things we control, right? We control the price, because you go to a retailer, they can put discounts, they can do whatever, you know, backdoor things, whatever. Number two, we control the exclusivity. So that is key to longevity as well, is pieces need to be exclusive. Not every Tom, Dick and Harry can go order the Aventi. You just jump on the website and click buy now.
Yeah.
We're not about that. And number three is the service. You're talking directly to guys that work for the brand or invested in the brand, are talking to the team every day. You're not talking to some random schmuck that doesn't know anything, and you're based on his training abilities and what he knows about the watch and what he's pushing that month for his commissions. So it's three things there is key for us that we do and that we try to focus on.
What we're doing with our concierge process, and even scaling it up, that's the other issue that we face. Is like, you know, we need good people, we need good systems, we need good foundation to scale up. Say our, you know, if our demand increases, or if our production increases, you know, closer, you know, past X amount of pieces, we need to service that not only with, you know, our ability to manufacture, but also the, you know, the experience. Like the experience has to be scalable, right? So that's where, when we bring people on, we're looking for people that want to join. The first question I ask, basically, or I try to figure out, is like, is this person going to stay for life? Like, is this person serious? Because the way I see it is that the value that we provide as a team and as a company is so high that when you work with us, it's like you are really part of something that's so much bigger than you can imagine. And the other thing is that we invest a lot into everyone else. So how we all help each other. There's a lot of self-development. There's a lot of purpose in what we do. It's not a job where you rock up, you do your thing, and then you clock off. It's really much it is a lifestyle, right? And so that's what we advocate, and that's what we basically live and breathe, and that's at the core is our success. And that's why at the end of the day, we could virtually stop taking new customers. You know, say at the end of this year, we could be like, all right, we're not going to take any more new customers, and we're fine. The business would be profitable, we would be comfortable, we would enjoy what we're doing, it would be relaxed, and that would be that, you know. And in a sense, that it's almost what these other big boys have done, you know, in that way. It's like, well, this is enough, you know. If we get too many customers, then it loses the exclusivity. So, this is just little ideas and concepts to play around. I know this live has been a bit different to usual, but we wanted to talk about things from a very deep insight perspective, rather than having this whole flashy marketing, beautiful, choreographed, scripted performance that you'll see by any other brands. And you look at the lives that the other guys do, there's no substance to them. Like there's too much red tape. Can't say this, can't say that. You know, we can't talk about that. You know, that's not a good idea. You can't call people
We're
out
really just
talking
talking
rubbish.
what's
Yeah, I'll call people
mind.
out. If you leave crappy comments, I'll call you out. Like
we literally call each other before and say, "Hey, yeah, let's just jump on. Let's just chat."
what do you want to talk about? I don't know. Just
go for it.
talk.
Yeah.
So anyway, I gotta go. I gotta eat my food. So
Yeah, it's been great, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed another week of updates. But let us know in the comments what you guys would like to hear. Let us know any questions. We'll try and touch more on those next week. Give us some topics you guys would like to hear about, and we'll try touch on them next week. So
easy.
Thanks again for watching, guys.
All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Enjoy your food. See you guys. Have a good one.